this is so fun. Oh wow,
Yeah,
like a birthday twin, almost our it's tourist season now.
almost. It is. I'm just going to give us an intro, and then when I edit it together, it looks even better on YouTube.
Okay, yes, yes, okay, do it.
Okay, kids, it's me, Johnny Fox, doing some more Fox Tales. This week, we have the fantastic Miss Bernice Ye. There she is. She's already here. Fantastic. Couldn't be more apt to have her here today. I'd have her here every day if I could, but today it's a bit of a special day, or at least we can milk it for all it's worth, can't we?
Good one, good one. Yes, you tell us.
Yes, it is, in fact, National Boba Day. Depending what nation you're in, of course.
Well, we can bring it to the UK
Yeah, should be international next year. By next year,
next year.
with all the fuss that we're putting on it,
Yes,
next year, International Boba Day.
international birthday. Let's
And
go.
now you tell us why that means something for you.
Oh yeah, I know. It's a what do I have anything to do with boba, right? It's because I have a song called Boba Tyrant of Boobs. And then I have to, yes, the whole point is to tell you actually everybody likes boba now, but nobody knows what boba means. You know, boba come from the Taiwanese slang boba, which is like the women with huge breasts, huge, not just like big, huge. Okay, yeah. It translates to tyrant of boobs. So the song is about that.
Fantastic. So tell us, let's dive into the music side of of your career as it is. That
Oh, the music
since the
side.
since the last time we spoke, that's something that has gone
When,
skyrocketed
when
for
did we
you, hasn't
last
it?
spoke?
Oh man, I mean, it's like, well, it's practically a year ago. So that
Let me also share some of the our live to people. I keep getting notification. I won't like. Let's see if we can invite some people to join us live. Um. Okay. Well, I see. Okay. Because I couldn't get the screen to dismiss on my side. Did you
yeah.
see that? Okay. All right. I'll just leave it on.
All right.
Okay. So music wise, since when was the last time we talked?
Yeah, it was like a year
Year
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
So since then, I feel like I dropped naturalization test. I
Yeah.
dropped the free trial Jesus and Boba. So three songs since we last talked.
Yeah, it's fantastic. These are, if anybody doesn't know, first you're going to check it out. Not just yet, because this conversation's far too much fun. But after this, straight after this, you're going to get on all of Benice's socials and you're going to check out the song. So this is a comedy, rap, hip hop
Yeah. I
style,
do
right?
want to tell people a little bit more like who I am. So I am a comedian. So I've been doing stand up for 7 years. And so when I was touring around, and then like there are your best hits, right? So one of the bit is Asian chicken salad everywhere. People love that joke, but I've done that so many times. At some point, it's like I'm tired of it, and it's like I just also want to dance on the move. So I was like, what if I turn it into a rap? And that day, all of a sudden, I was just listening to music. There's a beat come on. I started to tell joke to the beat, and I was like, that was fun. So yeah, I turned that into a rap song, and since then, I found I really like it. Yeah. So
Yeah. So,
all, yeah.
yeah.
So
No,
all the comedy rap are kind of like jokes, are storytelling. They're a little bit longer, but people like it. The jokes are proven, and then I turn into comedy rap, give them the beats, give them the dance moves, and make it silly and fun.
yeah. Because we need some silly and fun, don't we?
Silly,
I mean,
yeah, yeah,
not,
exactly. I think when I rap, I'm even sillier, more silly than my stand-up.
yeah. I mean, not to bury our heads in the sand too much, but like the world's on fire, and it's gone crazy, and a little bit silly.
A
It's
little
not
bit
going to hurt, is
silly,
it?
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So the stand-up comedy, right? I want to say this while I have you here. I don't know if I've texted you, but I can say it. in person, sort of in that 21st century way
Okay.
that we do. But what's really great now over the sort of the year or so since Daddy Algorithm was nice enough to put me onto your stuff. Um, Now I see a reel. I see one of Bernice's reels come up now,
Uh,
and I'm going to watch it. Of course I am. And it starts off, and I go, "Oh, I know this one. Like I know this bit," but I keep watching, and the way that you've just tweaked it,
ah,
over time, the way that you've tweaked it, whether it's actually changing some aspects of the story, or whether it's just your performance that just
yeah.
seems not that you seemed shy or anything a year ago, but just seems even more confident and even
Oh,
more
that means so
owning that
much.
stage, and just it's like maybe I can't quite put my finger on it but I'm like, but it's better.
Oh, thank
It really
you.
is
That means
even
so
better.
much because I am I okay, so I'm not a perfectionist, but I also keep everything I do as I can be better. So like a joke is never really down, but also like I think about everything, like how I can bring just one sentence to be better. So I put in a lot of work, and I'm always thinking, like, oh, let me swap this line out, try it differently or in a different order, how different setup, or sometimes I still have new ideas coming in, I will add it. Yeah, so that means a lot that you notice
Oh,
that.
you could, yeah. If you've seen as much of you as I have over the last year, you could notice these things. Sometimes it might be just like I said, it's the delivery,
Yes,
which
yes.
is I imagine incredibly important. If it's just a little pause in the right place, as you kind of maybe you get to know how it plays with audiences over multiple performances, things like that. I imagine.
I love that. Thank you so much. And then the thing is, with pause and timing, because I have an accent. English is my second language. So when I first started doing comedy, there's a lot of the feedback I got. Sometimes it's a feedback from much comics with a lot of experience. It's always with problem with my pacing, but I think sometimes pacing, pause, and accent. Three things are glued together. So that really got messed up in my head, right? So I am trying to speak really fast because everybody thinks I speak too slow. So then I start to talk really fast, and then like the pauses are messed up. So it took a while for me to really take some feedback, I disciple it, and then like nail it to what my own understanding is. So yeah. It's a yeah, I still every morning I practice, make sure I enunciate the words, like if I'm tired and if I have drinks, like definitely it works, takes more work even in my jaw.
so, so I told you, excuse me. So over this last year or so, do you feel like you've been making uh, progress? I don't know what you base these things on, like bigger clubs, more time, more stage time,
Mhm.
things like that. That I imagine are ways to quantify how well you're doing.
Yeah, I know it wouldn't be great if we can just assign a belt level to your stand-up. Like, okay,
Yeah.
that's so easy to measure progress. I know, I wish it's like that. But for me, the how I feel is, I am getting closer and closer to be the true form of myself. So like, the jokes I tell, I started a lot with observational, but then now I'm like observational in tied into my personal stories that before when I tell it, people couldn't relate as much because it's very, I get into a world that people has never been exposed to, right? Like the China, the communist China, or like the things you don't really hear about on the TV. So like I feel things that if I tell you 3 years ago, people probably get lost. But now I find the way to lead them in, to get them hooked, to learn something, and also I have fun on stage. Like I feel like I can feel that I am more alive
Yeah.
as me on stage. And then as a result, like I show up at the shows, I can be really tired. I had a like crazy day and I can still kill on stage. So I think that is the progress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So tell us about the UFC. Not that,
Okay,
not
let's
those,
talk about UFC. Do
not
you watch
those, not,
UFC by the way?
yeah, not those namby pamby boys in their long shorts with their six packs. Not those. The real hardcore UFC.
I am
Huh?
very hardcore. I'm a very hardcore. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm really happy that we get to talk about this because I'm very passionate about it, right? So what I originally got me hooked into it is because I do taekwondo, and now the class I do we don't do as much sparring, but then the first dojo I was in LA we do sparring, and so I was like. I'm going to see what are the things being used in real scenarios, and I'm going to bring to the dojo so I can beat up the bigger guys. I'm like the smallest person, right? So like I'm going to steal tricks that you are not teaching me. I'm going to do the after school work to figure out. So I started watching UFC, and I know actually a lot of the true martial artists frown upon UFC. They're like, this is not martial art. They're like the pure one. So I don't approve of this, blah blah blah. I said I don't care. So and then what I was really lucky. Do you know this fighter Davison Figueiredo? Figueiredo Davison.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, so he's from Brazil. He was in flyweight. So I tune in. Obviously, like of all the fighters, he looks hot. Like he's like so cut. There's like not a single fat of like single shred of fat, like single whatever. You know what I'm talking about. And he has a style because he has his hair. So he dyes his hair blonde and then he do like a red, like lightning things. He looks cool. And so I said, okay, I will watch him. And I just feel he's the most elegant and fighter. He fights so pretty. Like I just love the way he fights. It's just so quick and agile and very like that's just like I feel like his movement is just very elegant. And it's not what the people say is like the dog fight. Yeah. And he has class. So in every fight afterwards he pay respect to his opponent, and really he cries like he just feels like he touched your heart so much. This man have a heart, this man have love, and I'm just always rooting for him. And then on the series he fought with Brandon. He's the baby assassin. His nickname is the baby assassin. So they fought like 3 or 4 times. I think they like to match them over and over again. So I just keep on watching. After I watched all this, and then I tell my husband, it's like, hey, I know UFC is not your thing, but I have previewed all 4 fights. It's like amazing. Will you watch it with me? I got him to watch it, and he was very skeptical because he doesn't really think because UFC dudes have a reputation, right? Like people who
yeah.
love UFC, the bros, and he said, no, I'm not that guy. But when we watched, it was so fun. Yeah, so that's how we got introduced to watch UFC.
UFC, and of course the ultimate fighting comedians. Yeah,
Yes, so I watch since after I watch a lot of UFC, then I start to realize my Instagram asked me to add a hand gesture, just all kinds of stuff. Okay, so um, I realize there's so much stuff stand-up comedy and the UFC have in common. Yeah, because
yeah,
like but in this case, your audience is almost like your opponent in a way. You're not fighting your
yeah.
audience, but you kind of are, you want to kill them, right? You want to kill them.
Yeah,
And then so the thing is, like you walk out from your the stadium, no matter no matter whether you're the underdog or whatever, whether the audience like you or not, you just come out. You have to think I'm the baddest motherfucker, right? Like
Yeah.
you just have to with that confidence. And if you walk out without that confidence, you lose already. Like that's the thing. And also like a lot of times I see is the best fighters, the known fighters, and then they got cocky. At some point. Oh, I've seen uh Silva, what is his first name? The tall, I think it's start with J and Silva. And then I love him as a fighter. And he got too cocky. He put his hands down. He was like, hit me, hit me. He moved really fast. And boom, because he was already winning the fight. And then he was like doing all this, and his opponent just hit him, knockout, dead, like just a hard knockout. So I see a lot of that in comedy too, because for me it's like sometimes I got this audience love me, and I don't take it too seriously. That's when I bomb. So like no matter, you never know what's going to happen. And so there's a lot of humility, not humidity. Oh, so maybe in the fight. And I think each fighters also is like they have the brand. It's really cool to see the different fighters, the brand. It's not about winning, because sometimes you can win by playing very conservatively. You can win by just keep on dodging, or but it really is about you put on a show. You're about bringing a great experience, the wow moment to your audience. That's how you earn fans, and that's how you get rebooked to bring it back for the show, right? So a lot of times, like for us as an artist, it's like how to think about your brand, how to always make sure it's an unforgettable experience, so that's where your fans are rooting for you. So I feel like when I watch UFC, that's when I actually think about my comedy. So that's how. Oh, sorry,
That's
bring me back full
great.
circle. That's why I want to do the
Yeah.
ultimate fighting comedians, because I feel like comedians were like fighters. And then I also got to know quite a few of my comedy friends have like martial arts background. So I was like, okay, what if we just bring our comedy persona, or like we build a character like the wrestle, like pro wrestling, right? Like you can fight, you can put on a fight, but also you have a comedic. We can do some jokes, and we also show up with our own entry. So that's the idea.
So this is a show you organised this. You were the organizer for this.
Say that again.
So you organised
Yeah,
the
I did.
Ultimate
I
Fighting
produced
Comedians.
the show. I
The
host the
brains behind
show.
that. So that
Yeah, I
was stand-up
collaborated with.
comedy. So stand-up comedy
Yeah.
with a, like physical games in between the competitions.
Yes. So we have six comedians all show up as our fighter persona. We walk out. So two comedians were paired up, right? So they walk out. They have their own moments, big moments, and sometimes they have an entourage to walk out with them, like their team. And once they get on, they do their tight fight. And then after that, they do a round of physical games. So some of them were like. Have to fight each other, but in a exaggerated dramatic way. Or the other one, they have to drag a big bag, and then I have to ride it and then see who goes faster. Some Yeah. So and then each round we eliminate. We vote and we eliminate by their jokes and by their their martial arts skills, and then the last two get into the ring and they fight.
Oh, that's fantastic! Who doesn't want to see this?
I know
Right?
it's so
I
fun.
mean,
The show, it's a people keep asking me when are you gonna do another one.
yeah. That's it. I mean, never mind that. I want to know why Netflix isn't on the phone. Maybe some cha-ching.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so I definitely it is something it takes a lot of work to produce, and you also need to find the martial art dojo that is interested in doing this. We did
Yeah.
like an experiment. People love the concept, so we just need to make sure that I have the bandwidth, and then like next time we do it, get ourselves, the just set it up so we can keep on doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Well, so while we're on the martial arts, uh, where are you up to now? Red belt, right?
Yes, I am red belt in Taekwondo. I just got a notice to do my belt test to the next level, so it's a red two. Yeah, I couldn't do it yesterday because I have shows. So I think after the National Boba Day next week, I'm going to do my belt test.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
are you still with the Eskrima?
I am, it's hard because I really love Eskrima. I really love it, but I'm getting so busy now. I feel like I cannot do two at the same time, like
Yeah.
Taekwondo and Eskrima. Otherwise, I'm not putting enough practice to either. And the Saturday, that's where the Eskrima class is. It's also the best open mic in town.
Ah,
So, so for me to write on my new material and to try, that's the best time spot. So I
yeah.
had to make the hard decision to, okay, comedy first.
And
Because martial art, at least still have taekwondo, right? So like,
yeah,
let's get the black belt first.
because I've got to say, if anybody watching this is a little unfamiliar with Eskrima, I guess it's probably not the most well known. Taekwondo, karate, judo. People know these words. If you don't know Eskrima, it's essentially the most brutal form of weapon combat on the planet. Right? I mean,
Yes.
so intense is this martial art. It was put forward. They were going to teach it to the LAPD, and even they said, "Whoa! Even we've got a line.
Oh my god. So Johnny,
We can't do that."
how did you know about eskrima? So many people don't know.
It's, I don't do any martial arts. I keep threatening to take it up, and I keep saying I'm too old and I don't have the time. And of course, you're never too old,
Never too
and I
old.
could make the time. So I've always threatened to do it, but the knowledge, the reading, the watching, the speaking to people about it, yeah, all of that. So I have the knowledge.
Yeah, I know it's like so badass. And then like every time I meet a Filipino comic or person, just a regular person, nobody does eskrima. I was like, oh, you're like such a waste. It's like shame on you because it's literally yes, it's the most brutal. I was because like any other martial art, right? Like the first class is always like, oh, your forms, your punch, one kick. Eskrima first class is like slit their throat. And the poke their like after you slit the throat, no, cut the artery, like both hand, and then like poke their eyes and gut them out and then snail the oh my god, it's like the first aid. That's the first aid.
Wow. All right. I've got a few. I've got a few questions for you.
Okay.
I'm not going to do the whole this or that game that I do with people, but I'm going to narrow it down to just a few. Uh, would you rather have
Oh,
ice cream?
oh, those questions.
Yeah. Would you rather have ice cream that never melts or pizza
Well,
that never?
what's the second
Ice
one?
cream. Yeah. Ice cream that never melts or pizza that never goes cold.
Pizza that never goes cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a cold pizzas. I've had many a cold pizza for breakfast, but yeah.
Oh. I'm a pizza girl.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Now, would you rather have infinite knowledge or infinite creativity?
Infinite creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bear with me on this. Would you rather be a genius in a world of fools? Maybe you think you already are, or a fool in a world of geniuses?
Oh my god, a fool in a world of
That
geniuses. Oh my
sounds
god.
so much more
Oh,
fun, doesn't
so
it?
much more fun. Oh my god, yes. So much more fun. It's a bliss.
Okay, now nobody's watching, nobody's listening, Bernice. If you could start a rumor about yourself
Mm.
and everyone would believe it, what would it be?
Everyone would believe it. I'm a star. Um,
Yeah, I'm testing
oh
your
my.
improv skills as well now.
Okay, I have huge, gigantic boobs. They're here. They're here. Hold on.
100% real, kids.
These are real. Tyrant. I'm a tyrant. Yeah, that is. I am a tyrant. That is actually people would believe it.
Okay, now here's one. Would you rather burp confetti or fart glitter?
Fart leader or boo a burp confessing?
Yeah.
Yeah, fart leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
so
Why
fun,
not?
so much more drama.
Excellent. It's all stinky and horrible. Make it sparkly and fun.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Right. So I've got to ask. If you were to have a theme tune,
Theme
have a theme song like
too.
a yeah, like a boxing or a wrestling entrance, like every time you meet someone new, or maybe every time you open a door,
Mm,
this
mm.
song plays.
Oh, song plays. Yeah.
Yeah, if you were to have a theme tune,
Okay.
what would it
I
be?
actually, so there's a, just depends on my mood. Okay, but the first thing that came to my mind is the song like "Battle Without Humanity or
Yeah,
Honor." "Battle Without Honor or Humanity." That's my song.
yeah, that's
Yeah, that's the
classic.
one from Kill
Kill
Bill. Yeah, yeah,
Bill. Well, everybody knows. No, not everybody knows the name, but everybody. When you hear it, you'll know it, kids.
yeah.
And yeah, that's good choice, good call. Um, right, I've got. Oh, I have a bit of boba trivia. If you're
Okay. Oh my God, I'm
interested.
probably gonna fail.
No, no,
Okay,
no, no,
ask me.
no. Just something I found out earlier.
Okay,
I thought I'd pass on. Did you know largest, the largest drink of boba ever made
okay.
was 2018. So we've had a while to beat it. So come on, kids, let's get it done. It was 680 liters. If you can,
618 liters.
if you can imagine that. Um,
Wow.
the cup was 88 centimeters wide and 125 centimeters high.
Hmm.
So
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
of
I
this
see it.
of the 680 liters, the the bubbles, the pearls, there was 170 liters.
A
Oh,
hundred and the bubble.
170 liters of the bubbles.
Oh my God, who did this? Who
Uh,
made this?
it might not be the greatest surprise to know a Japanese YouTuber did this.
Okay. Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, it all
It's a
makes
very
sense.
Japanese thing to do.
No,
Yes.
we don't mean to stereotype or anything here, but it just does make sense, doesn't it?
But that makes sense. That makes so much sense. Yes.
So, do the plug. What have you got coming up? People should be looking forward to.
What do I got coming up? People should look forward to. Well, first of all, I want everybody to listen to the boba song. It doesn't limit it to the boba, like, and also, I am going to start a trend. So what I want to do is to go to boba shops with a friend, just like wear those balloons and dance outside. Yeah, because I think it helps the local business, like
Yeah.
also a lot of the people, so a lot of boba shop don't even know it's National Boba Day, first of all. And second, a lot of the boba shop never know what the boba means, how they come from. So it's just a great to spread a little bit knowledge, a little bit conversation starter for the culture. I mean, it's AAPI month. So, do you have that in the UK?
No, no.
No.
Well,
Yeah, May is the AAPI Heritage Month too. Yeah.
that's Asian American Pacific
Islander.
Islander. That's the one. Couldn't
Yeah,
find
yeah,
the
yeah.
I.
Yeah, exactly. So that is something that I'm going to continue to work on. And
Yeah.
as far as the comedy, I'm just doing shows all the time. I I have a few projects in the works. I cannot talk about it yet, but I will let you know. Yeah.
Get on those socials, keep on top of it, kids, because you're going to want to know. It's going to be good
Yeah.
stuff. It's always good stuff.
And how about you, Johnny? I mean, how like what you been like? What's new? What's new to share? I can
Oh,
also
man,
share that
I
to
I
my people.
I made my way back on stage for the first time since quitting the music, since
Nice.
quitting
Oh my
the band.
God.
So 7 years since I've been on a since I've
Congratulations.
been on a stage with a microphone. I was just hosting the evening. There were I did this. I've done this twice now.
That's
Like
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, like
Once you get
three
back,
acts
that's the
on.
biggest step.
Yeah, so I tried to give my best kind of like American game show host, good evening, everybody. Trying to be like the hype man,
Oh my God, if we have, we're bringing the Ultimate Fighting Comedians to the UK, you have to host.
as well. And then nobody, even when people knew that they thought we were just going to go like, good evening. So these are the acts, and hope you enjoy yourselves, and that's it. But I was jumping up when the bands were trying to like get off stage. I was jumping on the stage, keeping them there, and doing fun little sort of 3 5 minute little interviews with them.
Yeah,
We're definitely more of a comedy slant than I think they were expecting.
that
Uh,
is so
because
great. Yeah.
rather than ask them, like when the next single's out, and it was around Easter time, and I was just asking them chocolate questions and stuff, and it completely
Like what?
threw them right off. I just whether they prefer one giant Easter egg or several small ones and
Okay.
things like that. Just they were so confused, but the crowd seemed to really love it. Um, yeah, I get it. I mean, not anywhere near the standard of what you do, but there's a rush, isn't there? There's
Yeah,
the
there is
real
a rush.
because
Yes.
playing in the band, I was very focused on playing in a band
Mm.
and not really paying too much attention to the audience.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
but me, a microphone, and a bunch of people looking right at me.
yeah.
That's all. That was a whole different thing. I've been on stage a million times. I know what I wasn't nervous at all until I got up there and went, help.
It's so interesting, yeah, because I think that nervousness and when you know it works, there's such a high with
Yeah.
it, and then you are connecting with people. You're like, I don't know if it's gonna work, but the people's laugh, you have that connection, and I think we all want a connection. And also, it's I think by talking with strangers, there is a sense of freedom too. They know nothing about
Yeah.
you, then you can play with them, you can manipulate their emotions, you can make them laugh, and so it's just that freedom is nice. There's no
It's,
baggage,
I,
you know.
yeah, I just want to do more and more and more.
Okay.
I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make it a thing. I mean, it's gonna be what I do.
Okay,
I
please let
suppose
me
this.
know. I always love to hear always love when I hear like updates from you. Oh, you did this, you get on stage, you did the hosting.
Yeah, now when you do your shows, it seems. Correct me if I'm wrong, by all means. It seems that you're quite happy to interact with the audience, to take a few selfies, to hang out a bit, chat.
um Depends, like during, you mean during the show, during the material, or after,
Well, yeah, like
before?
before and after.
Oh yeah, before and after. I love meeting people. I love chatting with people. I would say, don't leave until you say hi to me. And I ask people's name. Yesterday I actually ran into somebody at a party in LA who saw my show 2 years ago, and she went to my show 2 years ago, and she remembered my bit. Like, she remembered the Bing Bing bit. She told the Bing Bing bit to another person to introduce me, and she remembered the Asian chicken
Fantastic.
salad song. So that made me
Oh,
so happy. Yeah, so I always make sure, because the point of why I like doing comedy is I like connecting with people. I love sharing my culture. So like the point is that, so after the show, I make sure I say hi to people, and we connect. And then, of course, you have to draw certain boundaries. The people I don't want everyone to get into my personal life, not necessarily, but I always say hi. Yeah.
yeah. Because I was going to ask from my own performing experience as well. Has anyone ever, recommended that you don't do that?
Don't.
That you keep an air of mystery, like you're the star on stage and they're the nobodies. You should just disappear, go out
Oh,
back, get in your limo, and and
yes,
be gone.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah, because I
the
had that too. No,
yeah,
never gonna happen. But
most industry people, like people who has been in the industry for a long time, will recommend that. It's like you want to have that sense air of mystery. You are the star. You don't want to get too close to people.
yeah,
But to me, I think first of all, that is an old school way of
yeah, I
thinking.
don't buy it.
Like not everything that worked before, um, that is still the same way, secondly, even though if that's how it works, I am asking myself, like, why do I do this, right? Like, and then I'm serving my own purpose too. This makes me happy, that makes other people happy, so I am not going to stick to a industry stigma or like dogma, sorry,
Yeah.
just to life is too short. Life is too short. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. I'm here for the true meaningful, true human connection. Yeah.
Ah, beautiful, beautiful. Right. You know what? Let's keep this short and sweet because apparently, so the experts tell us that means we'll get more views.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
let's see if it's true, shall we? Um, since the last time we did this, always the hardest part for me was always finding a way to end these episodes. Either because I just don't want to because I'm having so much fun with the
Yes.
guest, or maybe because it just kind of peters out, gets a little bit awkward, and you're kind of running out of things to say. Solve that problem entirely now. I have a catchphrase.
Okay.
I have a catchphrase to end the show. The trick is, I don't say it, you do.
Okay.
So,
I'm
um,
curious. This is catchphrase.
yeah. So I'll give you the line. You can say it however you want. I'll give you comedy, improv, carte
Okay.
blanche with this. So if you have a celebrity impersonation, if you want to try it in Chinese,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
or both bilingual. Let's do it. Let's do a bilingual ending. But the line is, until next time, keep it foxy. See what I did there? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just leaning into the cheese. I don't care anymore.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to try. Yeah. Until next, Godmother. Yeah. I'm going to do Godmother. Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Ye. This is Godmother Ye. You'd better show respect to the house of Fox Tale. Until next time. What's the line?
Keep it foxy.
Keep it foxy. Meow.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much indeed for your time. I know you have a lot less of it than I do. A very, very busy lady. Very funny lady, very smart lady. Fantastic to have her. We'll be doing this again, no doubt. Let's maybe not leave it a whole year next time. Let's see what happens. Uh, maybe, when,
Yeah.
maybe when you can talk about some of the things you can't talk about right now, we'll talk about
Okay.
them like
Yeah.
this. Um,
Okay.
but until then, kids, this has been Bernice Ye. Line up those socials. Get to a show if you can. Get on that music. And until next time, keep it foxy. Thank you very
Uh.
much.
Yeah. Until next time. Keep it